Well, I'm just wondering, are we going to hear any future recordings where you play the accordion?
Oh wow, okay, you got this right. History always comes back to, I played accordion when I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
I was a strange kid in the black community playing accordion. I mean, that would have worked probably more in New Orleans, but not in Springfield, Massachusetts. But I was...
Do you think maybe that influenced your bass playing?
I don't know. There was an Italian cat, I think his name was Ralph Caputo, and especially during that time in the Italian culture, cats learned accordion and stuff. And this was when the neighborhood was still changing. It wasn't all totally black at that time. So we were going by a music store, and I saw an accordion. So I said, my father said, "Well, you like that?" I said, "Yeah, I said, I'd like to try that." So we went in, took lessons, and I played for a couple of years. I used to kid Dorothy and Kirk, the widow of Rosson and Kirk. I used to kid her that, because Rosson did a version of The Old Rugged Cross. And I told her, I said, he wasn't the first one to do it. I did that in church back in the early 60s. I mean, back in the late 60s, before he did it. I did a version of it in church. But anyway, no, I don't play accordion anymore. I was a strange kid, but I didn't care what people thought about it. I was just like, I like it. That's funny. My kids, we talk about peer pressure. I guess because I come from a family of 8, and older brothers and sisters. I didn't care what other people said because I had my brothers and sisters, so we all hung together, and so I didn't worry about peer pressure. I didn't worry about.
Hey, there's no judgment here.
Yeah, right. But to get back to your original thing, no, I'm not playing accordion anymore. But maybe I will in the future. Who knows?
Well, I got to tell you, not only being one of the great bassists and composers, and we're really pleased to have had you on here, but you are one of the sharpest dressers.
Oh, thanks, man.
Wow.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm feeling seriously underdressed here, though.
Well, I come from my father. I like to dress, and I guess that's probably a sort of a carryover from Southern black community. People, one thing they could do, they would at least try to dress, no matter what else was happening in terms of the pressures, the socialization of, people always tried to put their best foot forward, and it's funny, I was talking to Louis Hayes years ago about it, the great drummer Louis Hayes, and he was saying that, Duke Ellington and them cats, they always got pressed, and, Count Basie, and Lou said, yeah, man, it was never, you didn't want the audience to look better than you, it was just a different, presentation, and I think that's, it's very important in the music. It's just, I don't mean to go off at anything, but it's like, the music used to be special. Mm-hmm. It's now because there's so much of it, and it's just kind of like wallpaper now. People just kind of take it for granted. And to me, music is still special. And whenever I present it, I like to present it a certain way. It's just like, it's like classical musicians. Everyone comes in with a tux, and immediately everyone has respect for it, even if they don't even know what the heck they're playing.
Right.
Oh, it must be great. Yes, it is. But so I feel that whatever it is that you do, you put your best foot forward. I mean, this music is some of the most. Some of the greatest art that was created by human beings as we know it now.
Absolutely.
To me. Yeah. And it's some of the most intellectual, it's spiritual, and it's some of the most difficult music as well on the planet. And I feel that. You should have a reference for it.
Right.
You should have, so, it's like, if you're going to take your lady out to dinner or your significant other, I mean, let's go, baby, in sandals and shorts. It's like, you're going to dress up a little bit, take her out, and be respectful and trying to break stuff up. So I think that's the way that the music should be approached on all levels. This is some of the most intricate and difficult music on the planet, and it deserves that respect. And I've always, and actually I learned that. It's funny, I learned that from Archie. I learned it from Archie Sharpe because the one thing Archie taught me, not so musically so much, but just the seriousness of this music, and McCoy, his cats. Would take it as serious as a brain surgeon would take, the patient that he's working on. Mm-hmm. I mean, you wouldn't want a cat come in like, la-di-da, he's getting ready to operate on your brain, and Yeah, you know, he comes in overalls and stuff. You know, you'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. So you want to take it with that same kind of intent and that same kind of it's special. Music is special to me, anyway. It's still special. So I always try to present it in that light, always.
Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And, you know, anybody out there that's interested in some really great music, definitely check out Avery's albums. Go to averysharpe.com, or what was the name of your label again?
JKNM Records.
That's right. And,
first names of each of my children.
Ah.
Jade, Tito, Nkosi, and Maya. So.
And Autumn Moonlight, or Legends and Mentors?
Legends and Mentors, yes.
Or you have others too.
Oh yes,
so.
I have. The first one I did on my label was called Extended Family. Then Extended Family 2, Thoughts of My Ancestors. Extended Family 3, Family Values. And I did Dragonfly. I did a duo record with John Blake called Epic Ebony Journey on my label. And then I did Legends and Mentors, and then Autumn Moonlight, and then in the fall, hopefully, I haven't come up with the title yet. It just might be Avery Sharpe Trio Live, which is simple.
Now, are you doing any more gigs with Archie Sharpe?
No, not in the immediate future. But we're talking about doing some other projects together.
Nice.
You know, because he knows I do larger projects with gospel choirs and that kind of stuff. And you know, Archie's really a great cat. You know, it's funny that people kind of identify him with this whole, with the whole avant-garde, but they don't realize Archie is he writes and loves everything. You know, if you listen to his music, I mean, you know, you can hear some doo-wop, you can hear, you know, some funk, you can hear, you know, straight ahead, you can hear some bebop. You know, he's a history of black music, you know, all rolled into one. And so, and that, you know, when I was young and one of his students, that kind of really impressed me, because, you know, I was more into you know, gospel and funk and soul and all that's part of the music, and all that's part of the community, and that's all part of black music. And,
well, we hope you'll keep in touch and let us know when you got some stuff coming out.
Oh,
in the
definitely,
future.
man. I really appreciate you, Brad.
Absolutely.
And,
It's been an honor to meet you.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
All right.